Hello, and welcome to Select 10. Every time you believe you're prepared to give up on Netflix, they convince you to keep watching. And because Netflix is always adding hours of necessary content to its library, there is more outstanding material than you could ever have time for. Many believe that there isn't much high-quality entertainment on Netflix, but that's not true. Those are the people who don't know where to look. Today we will discuss some of the top 10 best and highest-rated Netflix shows that every Netflix audience should watch. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Bloodline. It is a psychological thriller series created by Todd A. Kessler, Glenn Kessler, and Daniel Zellman. The story is set in Florida and centers on the Rayburn family, which is led by Father Robert and his wife, Sally, as they successfully run a hotel on the beach. Their kids are Kevin, a problematic yacht manager, Meg, a brilliant lawyer, and John, the trustworthy policeman of the neighborhood. Shortly when Danny, the family's eldest son, comes home, the relationships in the family fall apart. Danny's difficult background and his tense connection with his brothers and sisters throw an overpowering cloud over the apparently perfect life that the family leads. As the show progresses, long-kept grudges and secrets are revealed, which causes treachery, bloodshed, and catastrophe. The story does a fantastic job of illustrating the multifaceted nature of family interactions and the fallout from keeping mysteries. The show moves at a slow pace, revealing several layers of treachery and betrayal gradually, while engaging viewers with its thrilling twists and haunting soundtrack, which pull audiences farther into the Rayburn's world. The show aired for 3 seasons and is still a must-see for fans of violent and ethically complicated dramas, providing an interesting investigation of the worst parts of family and life itself. Number 9. Godless. It is an Western action miniseries directed by Scott Frank. The show takes place in the 1880s and chronicles the history of La Belle, a tiny mining community populated almost completely by women following an underground mining disaster that kills almost every man of the community. The show begins with a violent confrontation between infamous bandit Frank Griffin and his group member, Roy Good, who betrays him and flees. After being hurt, Roy finds safety in the village of La Belle, where he meets Alice Fletcher, a widow who lives with her child on a farm. As this is going on, Frank Griffin is hunting Roy nonstop, which brings them to the town, where conflicts arise between Griffin's group and the La Belle locals, who unite to protect their home. As the show progresses, details from Roy's history come to light, providing insight into his intentions and the circumstances surrounding his encounter with Frank Griffin. The series tackles elements of redemption and resiliency, weaving the stories of law enforcement officers, outlaws, and the ladies of La Belle together with breathtaking visuals and stirring performances. Anyone who enjoys Western shows or is in the mood for some thrilling storytelling should definitely see it. Number 8. Midnight Mass. It is a gothic horror miniseries directed by Mike Flanagan. The show centers on Riley Flynn, a problematic man just released from jail who arrives home on Crockett Island, causing the residents to react in different ways that coincide with the arrival of Father Paul, who takes over for the elderly Father Pruitt. Soon after, strange occurrences, such as strange healings, spread throughout the neighborhood, and tensions rose, fueled by inexplicable events and Father Paul's fiery teachings, where island residents were forced to deal with their faith and worries. But as the real essence of Father Paul's aims and his miraculous acts are revealed, it exposes hidden agendas and causes division, while Riley gets mixed up in the mess and tries to find the truth. The show is a spine-tingling supernatural horror tale that explores themes of society, faith, and the consequences that result from obsession. It is a masterfully written story, and Mike Flanagan's superb narration keeps audiences on the brink of their seats as conflicts rise, culminating in a provocative ending. Number 7. Beef. It is a comedy-drama miniseries created by Lee Sung-jin. The narrative explores what happens following a furious road rage fight between 2 strangers, Danny and Amy. Danny Cho is a failing worker plagued by jealousy who accidentally encounters Amy Lau, an aspiring businesswoman living a blissful existence. However, following the incident, their enmity turns into a dangerous game of vengeance that begins to affect their relationships and both their professional and personal lives. The show skillfully crafts a story that combines an intense level of emotion with dark comedy. It is an absolute must-watch if you enjoy offbeat comedy, strong characters, and dramatic conflicts. The way the show manages to make viewers feel both satisfied and anxious at the same time, especially when it comes to Yoon and Wong's strong chemistry, makes for an engaging but unsettling narrative that poses questions about the idea of inner peace. Make sure not to miss this one. Number 6. Bodies. It is a sci-fi crime thriller series directed by Marco Kruzbentner and Wang. The story opens on London's Longharvest Lane with the finding of a dead body, which appears 4 times in a row in the years 1890, 1941, 2023, and 2053. 4 different eras detectives from the Metropolitan Police launch separate inquiries into each of these 4 instances and learn about the dangerous scheme involving the mysterious political figure, Elias Mannix, and a plot to seize power in the nation. Further, links are made between the decades, which leads the detectives to realize their investigations are connected and can have grave consequences. While the slow revelation of secrets might annoy a few viewers, the payoff from the huge revelations makes it rewarding. It's a solid police procedural drama with a surreal science fiction flair that changes and evolves constantly, leaving you wondering what will happen next. While the execution is pretty typical, Body's intriguing premise, a crime investigation with time-traveling elements, will undoubtedly keep you fascinated, if not completely on the edge of your seat. Number 5. Glitch. It is a supernatural mystery drama series developed by Tony Ayers and Louise Fox. The central plot of the show revolves around the mysterious resurrection of multiple deceased people in the tiny hamlet of Urana. James Hayes, a local police officer, is the primary focus of the story, taking center stage as he deals with the perplexing occurrences taking place in his neighborhood. It all begins one disastrous night when James responds to a call at the neighborhood cemetery and meets a group of returned people who are all struggling with waking up from the dead. Driven to learn the truth about this phenomenon, James digs into Urana's dreadful past events and learns about town's dark mysteries while the Risen Investigation Unit attempts to influence the returnees. The series has an enigmatic plot that presents a thought-provoking story with surprising turns and engaging narration. For those who enjoy mystery and drama, the show is a riveting watch thanks to the skillfully combined mix of supernatural themes with deep analyses of human nature throughout the plot. The show ran for 3 seasons and completed its plot in a satisfactory manner. Number 4. Alias Grace. It is a suspense drama series directed by Mary Herron. The main character of the story is Grace Marks, a servant who was found guilty of killing the owner, Thomas Kinnear, and his domestic staff member, Nancy Montgomery, using severe brutality. Years into her jail time, activists begin to advocate for her release from jail, which prompts the appointment of Dr. Simon Jordan to evaluate her psychological condition. Through conversations with Dr. Jordan, Grace describes her life and the circumstances surrounding the killings, while she also delves into her friendships with Montgomery and other servant, James McDermott. Meanwhile, Dr. Jordan's inquiry casts suspicions about Grace's guilty behavior, while her case and sentence were reopened. The narrative explores class, gender, authority, and history, while providing a complex picture of both psychological trauma and society demands. Every episode deftly captures viewers' interest as it skillfully navigates the nuances of deception and reality, leaving them to wonder if Grace is guilty or innocent. Both fans of psychological thrillers and historical dramas should not miss it. Number 3. Ida in Class. It is a comedy drama series directed by Kim Seong-yoon. The narrative centers on the courageous Park Se-ro-yi, who must overcome extreme obstacles in his life following the untimely death of his father at the expense of Jang Dae-hee, the top executive of Janga Group. After confronting Dae-hee, Se-ro-yi was kicked out of school and put in jail. He ultimately chose to follow his father's dream of founding a restaurant in Seoul's popular Idaewon neighborhood. Along the way, he assembles a varied team that includes the intellectual Jo Yi-seo and his fellow colleague Oh Soo-ah, while negotiating Janga Group cunning plans and internal struggles. Powered by Se-ro-yi's unrelenting stubbornness and conviction in fairness, his restaurant suffers in the aggressive food sector, posing unanticipated challenges to Park Se-ro-yi's expanding business and life. The show delivers a tremendous impact, expertly blending comedy, action, and commentary on society. Ida Class is one of the greatest Korean series ever, thanks to a fascinating story, lovable characters, and its exploration of interesting issues like societal injustice, pursuing one's dreams, and redemption. Number 2. Lupin. It is a crime mystery thriller series created by George K. and Francois Yuzin. The plot follows Asane Diep, a creative man, demanding retribution for the injustice done to his father, Babaker. When Asane was a student, his father, Babaker, was wrongfully charged with stealing priceless jewelry from the affluent Pellegrini family, leading to his imprisonment. In order to uncover the truth and bring the culprit, Hubert Pellegrini, to justice, Asane takes on the image of Arsène Lupin and plans complex plots and robberies. The show expertly combines flashbacks to Asane's early life with his current adventures to uncover the moments that influenced his development into a clever and effective burglar. The show's impressive plot, outstanding acting, and elegant execution have mesmerized viewers for 3 seasons, blending the distinction between hero and anti-hero as Assane's activities challenge ideas of ethics and morality. Assane's charismatic acting, combined with the smart storyline and brilliant heists, make Lupin a fascinating and immensely enjoyable drama that creates a compelling modern take on classic crime fiction. Viewers are bound to be intrigued by Assane's innovative strategies and the hidden secrets that develop during the series. Number 1. Outlander. It is a historical drama series based on the Outlander book series by Diana Gabaldon. The show spans 7 seasons and continues to draw viewers with its distinctive mixture of adventure, romance, and time travel aspects. The main plot of the show opens in 1945 with Claire Randall, a former war medic, and her husband Frank getting back together following World War II. While investigating the ancient stone monuments during a trip to Scotland, Claire finds herself accidentally thrown back in time to 1743. In the past, Claire got entangled in the rebellion opposing British rule in Scotland, where she met Jamie Fraser, a Highlander, and learned how to deal with the unstable political environment. Even though Claire longs to go back home, she involves herself in 18th century society and struggles with her feelings for Jamie, her devotion to Frank, and her desire to travel back in time. Over the course of 7 seasons, Claire adjusts to her new life and overcomes obstacles like conflicts with British redcoats, run-ins with historical personalities, and the dangers of the time. With its deep historical knowledge, complex characters, and epic love tales set against a backdrop of conflict and unpredictability, the series has won praise from viewers all around the world for its fascinating romance. This is a fantastic show that is well worth your time if you're looking to watch a multi-season series. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.